Cryptohopper. On today's video, yes, we'll be talking about Cryptohopper and why Cryptohopper is not performing the way it should perform. And I will show you how we can change or modify our setting so we can still make money, or at least not lose any money in that crazy market. Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel. I hope you are having a wonderful day. As usual, my name is Carl. So on today's video, I need to review two of my strategy. First of all, for today's video, because I don't want to make it too long, I'll be covering the MACD strategy because I believe that's the most popular strategy on my channel. So I'll be reviewing that strategy and I will show you exactly how you can modify it to make it more profitable in the current market we are going through right now. Because first, I think it's important once in a while to review the strategies. Market change over the time, and it's a good idea to review and see what's going on and do some modification when it's possible. Because just to make a short story, I started using Cryptohopper last September of last year. So it's been at least 6, 7 months, 8 months that I've been using Cryptohopper. And back then, the bull market was just at the beginning. It was just starting. So the strategy I was using, they were working perfectly. But now, after a period of time, we're currently seeing that the market is changing. We have more and more dump. And when it's dumping, sometimes it's like 15-20% in matter of hours or days. And then it recover a little bit and then it crash again. So it could be a little bit difficult to find a good strategy for that kind of market. I've been studying and I've been testing for the last week multiple strategies, and all the knowledge actually that I have in trading, I put them all together and try to see if I can set up a Cryptohopper that would be efficient. So I think I did find it. I've been testing it now for quite a while. I did a lot of back testing, and I don't mean the back testing inside Cryptohopper. I mean real back testing on the chart. So I took couple different coin, and I look at in the last month every possible trade, if they were a win or if they were a loss. And I also did the back test on Cryptohopper. And on today's video, I will show you the result. I will show you what are the modifications and why I did this. So at least we don't lose any money, because in a bear market, it could be very difficult to make money. But my goal number one for me, it was to find a strategy that would prevent losing money when the market is crashing. So that way, all the money we have on Cryptohopper, or all the gain that we accumulate over the last weeks or month, we keep them. We don't lose all of them. So let's go on my computer and I will show you exactly what I mean. If this is your first video on Cryptohopper, I'll put a link up here of the introduction video on Cryptohopper so you can better understand how to set it up for yourself. And then you can come back on this video to see how you can configure it. And today's video will be about the MACD strategy. I'll be doing another video about the EMA, so my other strategy, in the next few days, because I did some change also on that strategy to make it better, but I still need a couple days to complete my tests. So on today, it will be about the MACD strategy. So if I give you just a recap of the strategy that I'll be showing you today. So what I did to find my solution is that I'll be using two trend signal, not one, but two, to find the uptrend of the market. And once I have a confirmation that both signal give me an uptrend, I'll be using the MACD, but more aggressively to enter a position. So as long I'm on a uptrend, the MACD will send a buy signal so we can buy very small profit and then we get out as quick as possible. So we have a signal, we buy, we make a small percentage, and we get out, and we keep going like that. And same thing with the stop loss. I did reduce a lot the stop loss. So when the trade or the position will get on the negative, it will get stopped out pretty quickly so we don't lose too much money. So let's go on my screen so you can better understand. So this is my dashboard on a Cryptohopper. So just to give you an idea, let's go on the, first of all, let me show you the strategies, and then I'll show you why I did this. So if I go to my strategy, which is right here, MACD. So this is what I change. So there'll be a little bit more indicator. So like I said, we do have the still the MACD. So this is the main one that will give us the buy signal. And then I'll be using two trend indicator, which is the Mezza adaptive moving average and the directional movement index. I'll be using those two. This one right here, the average true range, I put it there, but this one would apply if you have a Hero subscription. If you have an Hero subscription, activate this one. It will help you on your trade. But on today's video, I won't cover the, I won't use the average true range because I know a lot of you don't have the Hero subscription. So I'll be using only those three. So the one we have, like I said, is the Mezza and the directional movement index. This is to find the trend. And once those two has confirmed the trend, we use the MACD to enter our position. So first setting we do, MACD 15 minute period, buy, necessary signal, fast period 8, slow period 29, and the signal period 16. So what those number does, it make the MACD a lot more aggressive on the 15-minute chart. Second one would be, well, if you're using the ETR, just leave it as default. And then we need to add the Mezza. So adding the Mezza, then again, you just go to indicator and you just find Mezza and you click on it. And once we're there, so we need to select 1 hour. Why? Because I just want to make sure on the 1 hour chart that we are on a uptrend. So the number we need to change is the fast limit would be 0.3 and the slow limit will be 0.003. Make sure it's necessary signal, buy, and then here do not keep a signal. And the last one, it's the DMI. So we do the same thing. You go to indicator, you search for DMI, and then you select it. The DMI will be on the 15-minute chart. Buy, necessary signal, period 14, and keep signal 4. This is very, very important. It has to be completely at the maximum 10 candle. What this means is once the directional or the DMI signal a buy signal, I want to keep the buy signal for 10 candle unless it reverse. If it changed to a sell signal, it will change automatically. But as long it stay for a buy signal, I want Cryptohopper to signal this indicator, not just once. So we click close. And by the way, I do get that question very, very often. Actually, that's what I'll do through the video. I will answer some of the questions that you've been asking me on my Facebook page and on the comment below the video. So one of the comments that come very often is this part right here, the minimal buy signal. This one does not apply to my strategy. Why? Because all my buy signal are required. So that's why we put the check mark right here. So this, let's say the strategy right here is necessary. So I cannot buy anything unless this one is check marked and this one has a buy signal. So all my 3 indicators that I'm currently using, they all have the necessary signal. So I don't need this because all the 3 need to be applied to be able to enter a position. So once you enter all those information, all you have to do, make sure you click on save. All right, now when it's done, let's go to the configuration. So click on config, base config. So if I go through very quickly, those one are our default. Buy setting, this is, it never changed since the beginning. Coin and amount. Now, this is important. Not every coin should be used in that kind of market. So what I would recommend you is to try to use at least maybe the top 10 or the top 20 coin that you would find on, let's say, on coinmarketcap.com. So this is all the coins. So I would probably go maybe up to 25, not even, try to go like within 20. Because what we want is to have a coin with the biggest market cap. So if the market is crashing, it doesn't crash as hard compared to the smaller coin. So let me show you the coin I currently have that I test and that I know it's working. I'm on Binance, so all those coins will be available to you on Binance. If not, try to find the one that you have. And having like 15, 20 or 30 different coins won't make it any better. It doesn't matter. So the one I have right now, it's Bitcoin, Ethereum, IOTA, Nano, Theta, Atom, Sol, Solana, Dot, and Uni. That's it. That's all. That's the only one I have. I know those one has been tested. They're working fine. And you can try also on your side if you want to do a couple back tests on different kind of coin. But I know those one are working, and that's all what I need. I don't need anything more than this. Now I have selected my coin, and same thing with your base currency, guys. It doesn't matter what base currency you're using, as long it's a stable coin, it doesn't matter. I really recommend you using any kind of USD, USDT, US coin from Coinbase or whatever, because this is the most popular one. But the currency itself, we don't care. We just want a coin that doesn't change in value, that it's stable. So for Binance, the best one to use is USDT because it has a lot of volume, it's very popular, and there is a lot of coin available with that currency. So I would recommend you USDT or any kind of US based currency for your Cryptohopper. Strategy, make sure you have your strategy right here. Trailing stop buy, right now it's enabled, but yeah, you can use it or not, doesn't really matter. Sell setting, very important. Profit, take profit. We have to take profit at 2.5%. Why? Like I told you, that kind of strategy, we're in and we're out as quick as possible. We locked in profit and that's it. We wait for another signal. So that's why we don't want to stay in a trade for days or a week. And as soon we hit the profit, we get out. Sell strategies. Off, everything is off, so we don't sell anything on strategies. Stop loss, same thing. We have to make it low and tight. So right now I'm at 4.5%. I did multiple back tests, so anything between 4.5, 5.5%, it's pretty good. There's even some coin that I did at 3% using that strategy that the result was also pretty good, but not all of them. Maybe 1, 2, or 3 that I did that was okay, but the average 4.5 should be good. Trailing stop loss, disable completely. So for this strategy, we won't use trailing stop loss. We have a fixed profit at 2.5%. We're in, we're out. That's it. Auto close, disable, shorting this. And by the way, that's another question I got very, very often. Now that we are in a downtrend market, why don't we short the market? The problem is Cryptohopper is not a real shorting feature. All what it is, it's selling the coin that you already have. So let's say you own $100 of Bitcoin and you use this feature. All it's gonna do is to sell your $100 of Bitcoin and wait to buy it back later. So that's not really shorting. It's just to buy at a certain level and hoping to buy it lower when the market goes back down. So we don't need to use that. It's not real short. So the best is just to leave it disabled. Same thing for dollar cost averaging. So DCA could be good on a bull market, but right now I would not recommend it at all. So once we have all the configuration, make sure you click on your save button to save everything. And also, before I forgot, there's two coins, like there's Ethereum and Bitcoin for the strategy that we need to modify a little bit. So once you set up your configuration, we just need to go here to config pool, and we need to create a special configuration for BTC and Ethereum. Because BTC and Ethereum are the two biggest one, their market cap, since it's very high, their movement is a little bit lower compared to other coin. So we just need to change this. So what you have to do is add a config pool, and once you do that, just give it a name and just put Bitcoin and Ethereum. So select those two coins, and we need to change setting just for those two coins. So what we'll do, all you have to do, trailing stop buy, you can leave it there. Sell, so take profit, change this to 1.6%, because like I said, Bitcoin and Ethereum, their swing a little bit smaller compared to other coin. So make it 1.6% here, and the stop loss, change it to 4%. So this one also can be a little bit lower, and that's it. The rest doesn't change. You're not using anything else. Just click on save. So Cryptohopper will have those special configuration just for BTC and Ethereum. Now let's go on back testing and give it a try. I have my coin right here, so let's select Atom, the first one. Let's do load existing config. So my config are right here. I'll disable the trailing stop buy for now, and let's click start backtest. So I'll pause the video while it's backtesting, and I'll come back. All right, so here the result. So far, this one was for Atom. So we have 78% successful sell, 22% with loss, which is perfect. What are you looking for? Usually it's to have at least 60% of successful sell, and the maximum profit is 10.3%. So if we look quickly right here at the chart, all the green line are buys and all the red line are sells. So as you can see, as the market is going up, it's buying. So it keep buying all the way up, and once the market start to go down, as you can see, nothing is happening. We have one right here that was a stop loss, but it's normal, it's fine, it's part of the game. And then it goes down, nothing is happening, nothing is buying, and then it buy right here, and it does get a profit right here. So probably 2 point something percent, right? Well, actually we can check. So June 10th. So if we go at June 10th, no, June 9 maybe, yeah, June 9 p.m. So that was a 2.91 or 2.6% right here. So that was good. And as you can see, market is going down, nothing is happening, no trade, no nothing. Market start to go back up, buy again, profit. So we're in, we're out. Same thing here, we're in, same thing here, we're in, we're out. And then we have a stop loss. Let's do another one. Let's go to I don't know, Solana. So let's try this one. Start. All right, so there's Solana. So as you can see, same thing, the market is trending on the way up. There's multiple transaction, so there's a lot of buy here, and then when the market start to go down, nothing is happening. It's waiting for an uptrend, buy here and then sell right away, and then we had a stop loss right here, then we go down, we go back up, buy, and sell right away. And then right here, we have another stop loss. So this one is 63% successful, 36% with a loss. Now, one thing is important also, another question I get very often, I get a comment in the comment section asking me or telling me that they just started their bot 2 days ago and nothing is happening. No trade is coming in and nothing is moving on Cryptohopper, and they wonder why. Well, this is a very good example. So let's say you start your bot on June 11. Well, as you can see, June 11, 12, 13, 14, no trade at all. Why? Because the market is going down right now. The market is crappy. So you cannot make money with a crappy market. So the bot won't buy anything. It will just wait. So if you start, or even worse, let's say you start your hopper right here on June 9 or 10th, and then the first trade that happened, it's a loss, 5% loss. And then 3 days later, nothing going on. Well, look at the chart and you will see why it's going on. It's because the market is not in a good position to take any trade. So this is why. All right, so let's try one last one. So let's go to Theta right here and start. While it's currently backtesting, don't forget, my goal number one is not to lose any money when we have a really bad market like this, or at least make a little bit of money. But my goal is at a minimum not to lose anything. That's the most important thing. And when the market start to go back up and get better again, we can start make a lot more money. But at this point, we need to keep what we currently have. And by the way, guy, if you think this information is valuable, well, I would really appreciate if you could smash that like button. All this information, I'm giving it completely free to you, and free information, it's always good. You get better to understand how Cryptohopper work, and you can at least make better decision to make more money. And by the way, if you're not subscribed, well, make sure you subscribe if you don't want to miss any of my future video. All right, so backtesting is finished. Let's go back to my screen. So this one is Theta. This one actually was pretty good. So 19%, 83% successful sell, and 16%, which was only 5, well, maximum up to 5 loss for that period. So it was from May 31st up to June 19th. So for about 3 weeks. Same thing here. So if we look at the trend, so there's a lot of buy and sell while it's going up. Now it's ranging, so no trade, going down a little bit, and then it starts to move up again. And as you can look right here, there's a green line and there's a red line just beside it. So that was a really quick 2.5%. So it get in and get out right away. And then not long after, markets start to go down again. So no buy, no transaction, we're just waiting. And then we have another successful trade here, another successful trade here, and that was probably loss. And we have a successful trade here. So don't forget, guys, if you're wondering yourself why your bot are not doing any transaction for a couple days, well, this is totally normal. Look at the chart. From June 4th to June 7th, there was absolutely no transaction, no buy at all. Same thing here. From June 10th, there was 1, and the next one was June 14. So between June 4 and June 14, so in 10 days, there was 2 transactions. That's it. We're trading multiple coins, so there was a good chance that there was another coin that was giving us a buy signal. But for Theta itself, there was only 2 trades in 10 days because the way the market is currently going. So let's go on the chart so I can show you exactly how the bot or how Cryptohopper decide to take a trade. So let's go right here. So let's start with Atom. So the first indicator, let's go back to very quickly to my strategy. So first thing is the Mezza on the 1 hour. So if I look on the chart right here, I'm currently on the 1 hour. So what I did, I draw a box around where Mezza was giving me a green or a uptrend signal or a buy signal. And by the way, this is TradingView I'm using, and if you want to add the Mezza on TradingView, just go to indicator, type Mezza, and it will be this one right here, Mezza Adaptive Moving Average by Brand Flake. So you could put a star on it beside it, so you will have it in your favorite. And then you have to go to the setting and put the same thing as I show you in the strategy. So 0.3 and 0.003, like we did in this strategy right here, 0.3, 0.003. And also you can select right here, enable bar color. So it will change the color of your graphic. So when it's green, it's a downtrend. When it's green uptrend, red downtrend. So what I did on the 1 hour, I put a box around all the uptrend signal given by the Mezza, because don't forget the strategy is on the 15-minute. So I go back to my strategy, put it back on the 15-minute, and from there I can see all the uptrend from the Mezza. So let's say we take an example from this part right here. So what are the conditions? Condition number 1 is I need my Mezza to be on the uptrend, and then I need my DMI to be also on a buy signal. So DMI, it's right here at the bottom. So if you want to add it, same thing, go to your indicator, put DMI, and it will be this one right here, Directional Movement Index. You don't have to change anything. So the way DMI work, when the blue line is above the orange line, it's a sell signal. So as we can see, we have all the blue line here, we have the orange line below. So first condition, we have to make sure that the Mezza give us a uptrend, and then we look for the MACD to go when the blue line cross the orange line for buy signal. So do we have a buy signal right here? No, actually not. I'm currently outside the box, so I need to wait for the next one right here. So let me put this a little bit bigger. Okay, right here. So first one was outside the box, that doesn't work. Second one, blue line cross up right here. So I'm inside the box, which is good. The blue line on my DMI is above, which is good. And I have a cross up right here on the McAfee, on the MACD. So let's take my right here. So we have 2.5% profit, 5% stop loss, and that's all. That's the way I do all my testing. So I have my box right here, so I move it to where I have my buy signal right here. No, that's outside. Next one right here, and I put it where it was, so it would enter position somewhere around here, and it's a win. So we have 2.5%. So this one was good. So if we look at the next one, so the next one, let's take another example. So I have my MACD crossing right here, my DMI is in the blue, so the yes, right here, crossing right here. So this one is good. We have another cross right here. So MACD crossing up. I'm still in the blue. So we have another win right here. So we can keep going. Another cross. DMI is blue. We have a win. And then we have another cross right here, but DMI is red or orange. So that's not good. We have to wait. Another cross up right here. This one is blue. So this is good. So we're in profit. And I keep going like this. So I have another cross right here. So that would be maybe a profit here, another profit here. And right here, we have a cross up, but we have the blue on the DMI. So that's not good. So that's the way it's done. So if you want to test it out, like I said, this is tradingview.com. You can create a free account if you want to. I'll put the link in the description if you want to access it. And by using my link, if you decide to buy a subscription, you will be getting a rebate also. And if you want to try other coin that I mentioned, you can try them, just backtest them and see what kind of result you are getting. So that's it for me. I hope you did like this information. If it was valuable, I would really appreciate if you could give me a like on this video. And if you're not subscribed, well, make sure you subscribe to my channel. I do cover a lot of video on how you can make money in crypto. I do cover Cryptohopper. So if you're very interested in Cryptohopper, well, this is the place to be. So I hope you have a wonderful day, and I'll see you very soon on the next one. Thank you. Bye-bye.